Hello everybody, Proton here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So it's just me doing content that I have not been able to catch up on, right? So now we're gonna tackle Ultimate Clash, which is a very interesting one, considering the fact that we have a shortened number of characters here that we gotta take on now. So let's just go ahead and jump in. We're up to 9 times. Interesting. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. So it seems that we can only make the selection of 35 characters. So if we have to remove everybody, huh? How do we do that? I have to just adjust my I guess can I do auto? Can I cheat the system? Okay, no. Can I? There's no remove button. Okay, never mind. I forgot about that. So I guess we just make teams at this point. So I'm gonna pause here and I'm gonna just set up 5 teams that I think are gonna be pretty good to maybe handle this. Alright, so we got a lineup. I actually forgot to just show the team and everything like that. It seems like we have an abundance of tech characters. So it's only 35 characters, which is very interesting. It's, of course, very shortened from the usual 112 characters that we have. So this is not the typical run-of-the-mill immediate, like, all these bosses that we can be able to use to, like, fight. This time around we can be able to just only fight 3 characters, in which maybe it has made it a little bit easier for us to take on. So at least we have, so it's 3 bosses, so technically 3 teams that you can be able to use, and then 2 for backup. So let's go ahead and tackle this on. So I did bring a selection of teams. I brought the Earthlings team, I brought the Power Absorption team, the Fuse Fighters team, tournament participants, and there's one more team. I forgot. Earth Protecting Heroes team. That's what I want. So let's use the Power Absorption team. So I brought in, of course, it's not particularly the same, right? I brought in as well the help of a certain somebody, and that is going to be STR Kid Buu. So he's going to help us out here and see how we tackle this fight here up against this Buuhan. So I was pretty surprised because, of course, they, you know, I was just like, oh my god, they're going to do this for the celebration. It's why is Buuhan there, right? Because we got Fusion Zamasu as one of the bosses. We got the Vegito Blue, I'm assuming it's the final boss, and then we have this guy, which is Ultimate Gohan in parentheses Majin Buu, right? So I'm like, are they planning on doing something with these guys? What's going on? So, of course, it could be, it could mean something, but at the end of the day, it didn't, due to the whole leak thing that happened before the celebration even started. So many things have occurred. So now what? I did not expect to beat this in 48 seconds. I didn't. Alright, so let's go with Fuse Fighters, I guess. That's interesting that we were just able to knock him down that quickly. So I'm gonna try not to take, so for the Earth Protecting Heroes team, which of course these guys fall into. I mean, I might as well just bring them in here, because if the fight is that easy, then might as well just not go super badass, super hardcore, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this and see how it goes, man. So I was not expecting us to take down these guys like rather quickly. So That was my main prerogative there. But I mean, it works. If it works, it works. I ain't gonna question it. Yeah, I'm trying to cover most of the things that I need to make sure that I'm covering, like in terms of videos and stuff like that. We haven't gotten any details. I'm refreshing my page over here on social media because usually Dokkan posts some of these news stuff over on Twitter, and we haven't gotten any news regarding said ECAs yet. So I'm out here hopeful that we are going to are we bound to get something. I'm hopeful, right? Maybe during this period of me just doing this. Oh, what? Why is Vegito blue in the cover and we're fighting STR Super Vegito? Alright, I'm gonna take you down with the tournament participants team. I am so confused. I don't know why these guys are here. But sure, we'll do that. We'll take them down. Alright, I mean, let me keep an eye on things. Is it really that freaking easy? I mean, like, we're just, like, taking these guys down. If it is, then I understand the whole purpose of you trying to take on this as frequently as it tells you to. Because we're just one-shotting these guys, and... Okay, now I see it. Now Vegito can be pretty tricky. Can you imagine? Now we're gonna die because Topo, I put him on slot 3. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm making a tweet here. Yeah. Is this death? Close. I really thought that it was gonna be like GG. Alright, sure. We're staying alive. You know who we brought as well? The GOAT. The major GOAT here. Good old blue Kyle Kangok. Oh, the man is gonna take our HP. Alright. Well, this is just a boring video at this point. Again, I'm trying to take on content that is pretty old at this point. This came out, when did this came out? I think this came out as soon as the banners came out too. So again, I'm also pretty surprised as to what they're doing here in terms of being limited to only 35 characters. Of course, this resets in like 11 days. So we're bound to get something in the next 2 weeks. Of course, that'll be the time during when we're gonna get a new unit, the new part 2 characters and stuff like that, and then we'll see like a new reset. Because of course the celebration doesn't end until like maybe the closing and like the starting point of August. That's when the celebration is gonna most likely end. We haven't gotten like any particularly new characters or like new teasers or things like that all the way until the end. That is when we will possibly be able to see them. Again, for now, I guess we are stuck with like this, right? Of course, it's not bad. I feel like everybody's enjoying the celebration. I feel like everybody's having fun with the new units. I know that some people have not been able to pull them, which I reiterate, the celebration is not over yet. They have given us some pretty interesting details regarding the tickets, which that's possibly going to be the next video for me, talking about the collection of the special Global Dokkan campaign tickets, the rainbow ones. I know that people have already made videos on them yet, so I'm gonna, of course, make sure to get behind the whole requirements of what you need to get and things like that, and then hopefully you guys be able to like stay on top of that. Of course, we are going to be getting some really good value out of those tickets, so especially when it comes down to like units being pulled out of that at a higher rate than normal. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. Yeah, at least my, what can I say, my love for YouTube has been sort of revitalized with the celebration. Of course, it's, you know, periods like this when it's like super slow, there's nothing going on right now, and then boom, Global Dokkan campaign, big celebration with all these amazing characters, with all these amazing ECAs and super ECAs and things like that. Also, all very, very good. So we do love to see that. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna try to gather as much tech key spheres as possible. Yeah, we're encouraging our goat to do the things that he needs to do while lowering our HP gradually. Great. Yeah, I've been enjoying the celebration, although I have not been able to use these characters as much as I would want to. Because I've been so busy. It seems like I've been the busiest ever, and that is just me surviving. I've been going back and forth with my girlfriend's, fiance's place, which she has already, like, her contract ends in like this week. So I was over there trying to clean everything up, trying to make sure that everything was tidied up, ready to go for the next people who were going to rent the place or stay there, right? Because now my partner is going to be, well, my fiance is now going to stay here with me too. So there's no, like, we were just trying to make sure to finish things up and everything. And of course, we were trying to do that while she was here, but fortunately, her trip to Puerto Rico crept up over here, and so she had to go, man. There was nothing that I could have done. So all right, we're getting closer and closer. He's half HP, right? We should be bound to finishing him off, right? Right, chat? Right? So I understand now. I don't know how much HP does this guy have. Do I look it up? I might as well just look it up, because I'm doing nothing but yapping. Do you guys know that I'm sponsored by Gamersubs? Product placement. Use code Rodigan, 10% off your purchase. Let me check, because I don't even know if Events, Ultimate Clash. Okay, should be available. Right? Okay, yeah, it is. All right. Oh, I spoiled myself a little bit. Gosh darn it. So yeah, the start date for this one started on the same date as the celebration went out, and now I'm so sorry. It's getting about that time. It lasts until the 25th. So, and it is the part 1. So I'm assuming that this Ultimate Clash, it said 11 days, so yeah, the 25th, kind of makes sense. I was trying to see how long was the celebration gonna last. I also am like trying to figure out why UI Goku hasn't used his active, and it's because of the it's because of the whole domain that we have here. So Tech UI Goku is not able to use his active because of the domain from Cell. That's funny. So yeah, it's interesting because we should be able to get the banners and stuff like that. There should be a data download in the next few days, right? The 16th. That is when we should be able to see some stuff. So yeah, we'll be getting that. And then of course we should start seeing some, hopefully some items coming in from the actual part 2 stuff, details for part 2, things like that. Yeah, this is what I was saying. I spoiled myself a little bit because I didn't think that Super Vegeta was going to be here. And then Vegito Blue was going to show up. What did you do? He gets attack plus 15% with each turn pass up to 100%. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let me not transform with Topo just yet. I mean, I could. Yeah, I could do that. We have gotten our revive, so that means that we gotten our buffs from UI Goku. So we can be able to do that. And unfortunate that this guy does a lot of damage though. I mean, not a lot of damage, he's very freaking tanky. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, let me check Proton's data download real quick, because I did check, well, most of the stuff, right? So of course we got the new units. I still haven't awakened Champa. I have his medals. I think he has a free-to-play super attack race character, which of course I will have to grind, but man, I do not want to touch that Champa. Then of course we had the Goku Black clones that we were able to farm up. We got the giant Goma boss, which that new stage for Daima got up recently. I think it was, yeah, so 3 days ago is when we got the Daima stage. Of course we got the Dokkan event, we got the special battle, which was pretty tedious, which I still haven't been able to upload the videos for it yet. I am so sorry. I will get to those most likely tomorrow whenever I finish up the stream. I will have more time tomorrow because today basically, as I'm recording this video. I will have more time today to do this because I have been so busy like trying to make sure that everything over there in the other apartment is cleaned up and ready to go. Whilst also trying to keep up with the uploads and the frequency of the channel, right? So I apologize for not being able to upload those videos just yet. I do have the I need to download the VODs first and then proceed with making sure that everything else is uploaded, right? So I apologize for any delay that this might have caused. So yeah, I will do my best to sit down, check the VODs basically, because we have very different streams that happen, and some of those VODs contain some of the runs that we've done. So I need to make sure to sit down, check those VODs, download them, and then be able to send those to Sack so that he can be able to edit them. But yeah, it's been a bit of a hassle, unfortunately. I'm trying to keep up with the content and making sure that the other place was cleaned up and everything, but I'm done with the other place, with my fiance's place, well, previous place of residence. So now I will be able to focus more on not only tidying up our place now, our new spot, but making sure that we do the videos that we need to do, right? So I like this concept. I like it a lot better than what we had during the 10th year anniversary, where we had the Super Baby 2 boss that he had like over 1.25 billion HP. Does he have the same though? Well, Vegito Blue has 800 million HP. So it's part of the reason why it's taking us quite a bit to try to take him down. So it's just a matter of like going through the motions, trying to get as much damage in as possible. On the next turn, I'll... Great. Something told me about that. Something let me know about that. Alright, so let's go with the Earthlings team. I brought some assurances, I guess. But this is the, like... Is this the final team that I have? I do have some other characters, but... I didn't see a lot of characters available on my lineup. So... we might be in trouble. Okay, so General Blue, just making sure. Yeah, do you get that? Okay, just making sure. But yeah, that kind of sucks that we took that much. I was gonna put UI Goku. I didn't think about putting UI Goku on slot 1. I could have done that. Why didn't I do that? That was stupid of me. That's my brain operating at like 1 capacity because I'm almost wishing I'd be going to bed, right? So actually, now that I'm looking at the schedule, tomorrow I actually let me send a message to some of the mods. Some of the boys there. I think, what is that? So we got burst mode coming up in a few hours. It says Showdown Furious Saiyan Fighters. I'm assuming that's Vegito Blues is that Vegito Blues' Dokkan event? Let me check. Let me check the wiki. The wiki actually gives me a bit more detail on the battles that we need. Nope, okay. Look at everybody. Sure. Let me just do this. We do want to. I forgot. No. I need to use Child since it's active, bro. I need to do that first. But yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, so it says Showdown Furious Saiyan Fighters. I don't know what that burst mode is, so I'm assuming it's gonna be Vegito Blues, but I might be wrong. So we are getting burst mode, which is again content for the channel. I'm gonna try my best to, like, if I do have the thumbnail available, then I'll of course make sure to start working on that. I forgot that you can debuff this guy. Let's do that so we can get the extra support. Well, the extra damage basically. Nice. Ooh, excuse me. And I'm not gonna use TNSS active just yet. Gotta be careful with good old Chaozi. And hope we don't die here. Okay, nice dodge there. 55 million. I know that a lot of people don't have this this character. Again, it's completely fine if you don't have like Tien or Tao. I'm pretty sure the whole specification for this event is to make a combination of teams, the strongest teams that you guys have, to like try to take this down, because of course this is not something too difficult. This is just I wouldn't say even a test of endurance, just, you know, he has a lot of HP. You're gonna have to try to take him down with, I wouldn't say unorthodox methods, but he's gonna have a tough time like trying to take this guy down. So you guys got this, I believe. I mean, I'll pause here just yet because this can be this can be our doom, right? I'm not gonna pause either, so I'll just keep yapping about. We've been at it for almost 30 minutes. Have the people's videos been like that? Well, I'm pretty sure I've been the only one who's died here because I made a mistake. But I should be. Well, first and foremost, I'm late. That's one of the biggest issues here. I'm late for this video. This video should have been out a week ago, and here I am, not doing anything at all. So that's one, and two, again, I've been trying to cover as much as I can, because I've been streaming first. I've been streaming a bit more, number one, and then of course number two, I've been trying to make sure that most of the things that I've done are being covered, like the Divine Wrath of Mortal Will stages, doing some fun stuff like, you know, testing out the AGL Blue Duo on a team like the STR Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta. I'm like, it's Dokkan Day right now, and I'm trying to link level them as much as I can before Dokkan Day goes away, which reminds me, I gotta, like, as soon as I finish up this video before going to bed, I will do as much as I can in terms of link leveling before I go to bed, because, you know, usually I don't get a lot of time when it comes to playing Dokkan nowadays. My work, you know, I go to work from like 7, no, I go to work at like 6, man. I start leaving the house at around 6, and then going to the workplace takes me about 45 minutes. Then of course doing the whole 8 hours, then driving back, which is another 45 minutes. Then while I'm getting settled in and trying to do the videos for the day at least, and before sitting down to stream, then it's when I can open up the app and play Dokkan. So I only have like, by the time I get back, Dokkan Day will be like 4 hours away from ending, and I won't be able to take enough advantage. So I took advantage a little bit. I'm not gonna try to spend enough, like all the stones that I have either. So I gotta take it easy with my stone count, especially since the shaft that I was given by good old Goku. Gonna see if I can be able to gather as much stones as I can for this part 2 celebration, especially if they're gonna be buffing one of my favorite teams, which is GT heroes. We're not talking about GT bosses here. Well, depending on what happens on part 2, man, I am excited. I'm hopeful. Of course, they might make a reversible exchange, Goku and Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4, right? They might make it like that. We'll see. There's again, there's also like the confirmation that it's gonna be Omega Shenron for part 2, with his whole like burst mode picture thing. So I'm assuming that's gonna be the part 2 burst mode. So we're gonna have 2 burst modes, it seems, if that's how I'm seeing it correctly, right? Considering the fact that they leaked the image. So maybe part 1, you know, we're gonna get this Fuse Fighter, I think it is, I don't know what Dokkan event that is, man. But we're possibly getting that. Alright, so we do have to do this a few amount of times, it seems, right? So I did have like 7 characters remaining, so yeah, we do have to do this a few more times in order for us to get the extra goodies, right? The Kais here, we have at least 4 other Kais. You got a lot of battlefield memories here. And then of course awakening medals and then the sticker. Now I'm gonna go into the shop real quick. Of course there's nothing special in the Ultimate Clash shop. The only problem that I have here with this Ultimate Clash is they need to start providing us even more of these, right? I have not exchanged a new character or like trying to get dupes of the older characters because let's face it, these guys are dead on arrival. They're not great. One of the other, like, there's a couple of units that are pretty good. This guy's pretty good. I still need to get dupes of this guy because, you know, after his ECA, he's pretty decent. Well, I say decent, but that was a few months ago. I remember a lot of people were using this guy to try to get some mission done. I forgot which one it was, but yeah. I do remember rainbowing this guy because he was pretty good too when he got his ECA a few years back. And then of course some other characters in here that man, the Krillin 18, of course I don't have these guys like done, I think. Do I? No. I don't have them done. Why? Because they are not great. Like, why would I do them? That's my mentality, and I kind of want to change that. But I need Dokkan to actually do a good job with these units, man. These units suck. So it's one of the main reasons I haven't changed the characters in here. But rest assured, I will possibly like sit down during the stream and we'll possibly get these other missions done, because of course we do have to clear stages at least a few times, right? Have to come in, clear at least the stages 3 more times. So yeah, well, that's gonna be it for this video. I didn't expect it for it to be this long, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, check the links down below, go get yourself some gamer subs. We are sponsored by the boys there, so use code Radicun and get 10% off your purchase. And we'll be live, of course, later today. By the time this video goes up, you guys are gonna see me go live, so don't worry about that. And of course, maybe by the time this video goes up, there are news already regarding the ECAs, so we'll see. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of Ultimate Clash, the Global Campaign Special Edition. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one.